Second lifestyle klaxon. And there it is. Today we're talking about payday. Everybody loves payday. Come on.
It's a good day. Of all days, it is one of the best ones.
But apparently it causes a bit more stress than we thought. 6 out of 10 people in Yorkshire feel most stressed about their bank balance in the week after they've been paid.
Because they've probably spent all their money, that's why.
Straight away. In it goes and out it goes immediately. To talk about this, first of all from Atom Bank, and that's Clare Framrose. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. And alongside yourself, I'm not going to get your title right, Neil Shah. Just tell me exactly what your title is.
I'm the Chief De-Stressing Officer at the Stress Management Society.
You've made that title up this morning, haven't you?
No, absolutely not. I resent that comment.
Claire, first of all, just tell us a little bit about the research. Why are we so stressed once we've got paid?
Well, it's really interesting. It's a bit of a counterintuitive finding, as you were saying. So what we expected was that when people get paid, they'd feel a bit more relaxed about their financial situation. But what we're seeing is that people are worried because although they've been paid, quite often you have quite a number of direct debits going out just after you've been paid to get them out of the way. And then you're left with whatever's left over in your account and you're worrying about how you're going to make it through to the next payday. And that's the thing that we're finding. People really are struggling to understand how they can get from one payday to the next.
So, Neil, what can people do as a chief de-stressor? What can people do to de-stress themselves out of getting stressed about their bank balance? Get a new job, maybe?
Potentially, but and it's a perfect day for us to be talking about this. You may not be aware today's National Stress Awareness Day, and National Stress Awareness Day is primarily about recognition. It's recognise when you're in a state that's not serving you. If you're starting to find yourself feeling anxious, fearful, overwhelmed, panicky, recognise the impact that's having on you. Understand what the causes of that are. We all associate with the symptoms, but what are the root causes of that? Is it because you're burying your head in the sand and you don't want to literally face up to financial challenge you're facing or stress in other areas of your life? And then start thinking about proactively what action can I take? A lot of people find themselves worrying about things that may or may not ever happen. So rather than putting yourself in a place of fear, panic and worry, actually write down the challenges, write down what's coming in, what's going out, who else is involved in the process, maybe getting your family members involved. One of the things that we learned from the study we did is more than 3 million people admit to lying to their partner about the state of their finances. Ooh. Because they don't want to talk about it. They want to face up to the reality of the situation. And actually, until you're clear and you recognise the state of the challenge, we're in no position to actually find the appropriate solutions.
Hi guys, it's Derek here. I think that, one of the things that you find a lot of people struggling, they're not too aware of how to manage their finances properly. Do you think more should be done maybe at a younger age, maybe at schools and stuff like that, so people know what they're doing? Because I know that when I lived with my ex-partner, she had no idea what things were, what direct debits and that were, how to manage your bank account properly, so I had to do all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. We've been speaking about this morning that Claire and myself have mentioned a few times, that there are a lot of things that we learn at school which we forget 6 months after we leave school. But two of the most important things that we are not taught at school is how to manage our stress, our emotional state, and how to manage our finances. And education is such a big part of it. And one of the reasons we're so pleased to be working with the guys at Atom is a big part of their product is about raising awareness and increasing education. Because, 76% of people, 18 to 24-year-olds, don't understand basic banking terms like ATM and direct debit. That's quite scary.
Yeah, and this is something that we're really working on at Atom. So we're not just trying to encourage people to budget better and to manage their finances and to take back that control, but we're also trying to put things in language that people understand. So explaining things to you, making sure that you understand more. Because if you understand more, you're more likely to engage with it and you're more likely to take control of it. There goes the stress.
Claire, tell us a little bit more about Atom Bank, because hands up, I'd not heard of Atom Bank before we talked this morning. Tell us a little bit about you guys.
We're the UK's first digital bank. We're running Atom through an app. So it's an app that you can download from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on your device. And you can then open up your accounts and do everything within the app. So it's great. It's a really personalised experience. You go through, actually, it's really quite a fun experience. So when you register as a customer, you can do that not just using a passcode as you would with the normal banks, but you register your voice and you register your face. So you basically take a selfie, and that guarantees that you're into the bank. So it says you are who you say you are.
You've had me at selfie.
Well,
if
there you
you start
go.
doing retinal ID as well, I am fully on board.
We're not onto that one yet, but it is, we're hoping that we'll get to that. And we're also hoping to bring in fingerprint very soon as well. So this is just making sure that people are conscious that Atom's a really secure online way of banking through an app. And it means that you have your bank in your pocket wherever you go. And it's accessible, it's easy to get into. And we're going to try and help people to take back that control of their money so that they can take that stress out of their lives.
I like it. I like it. Sounds very interesting indeed. Atombank.co.uk is the website to go to have a look at that. Claire Framrose, Neil Shah, thanks very much for joining us on Radio Yorkshire.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Cheers.
Bye.
Come on then, Eric.